Go.
Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where I take you through top trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. It's Sunday. We could not be more excited to be here because it's breakfast Sunday, so we're mildly more energized, I would say.
Yes, and Casey, I got you this really delicious Bahraini halwa.
Tell me more about Bahraini halwa, Simran.
So it's like a age-old dish.
Okay.
It's sweet. It's got cashews on top, so it's like sweet and healthy, but unhealthy and healthy.
I really respect the fact that Ali is back. We could not be more excited from Bahrain, and he's brought us dessert treats for sweet tooth later, and yet for breakfast Sunday, Simran has commandeered his halwa.
I love it.
This is what Ali's got us, blueberries from
Love
Spain.
it. Love it.
Yeah,
just kidding.
She's cheated on your gift for the whole office. Thank you so much, by the way. It's an interesting one for 8 o'clock in the morning, I won't lie. Quite sweet.
1 second. Halwa.
حلوة بحرين.
Okay.
I enjoyed that so much. There's something quite musical, melodic to that. Anyway, every single Sunday we have a competition. Whose breakfast wins? Simran's blueberries or Ali's Halwa Bahrain, provided by Alibaba. Welcome back, by the way. We missed you a lot. Woo! I missed him so much. Today on the show, big stories. One, really huge. The UAE has become the world's first country to approve a highly effective COVID-19 treatment. This is massive. We're also going to be talking about how much it actually costs to open a restaurant in Dubai. If you've ever dreamed of having a little coffee shop, let me tell you now, it's not cheap.
Oh no, never mind. But apart from that, we'll be talking about both Sinopharm and Pfizer jabs are now available as walk-ins in Abu Dhabi, and Karen Wazen becomes the latest resident to have received the UAE's golden visa.
Well done, Karen.
Well done, Karen.
Mm.
She's not like the US Karens, you know. She's like the cool Karen. Because the US has butchered the name Karen.
Yeah, imagine if you're in the last 20 years. It's not fair. It's just...
It's not fair for Karens.
It's a good point, though. Karen Wazen's quite cool.
But cool. Casey, it's like I'm sitting next to a celebrity. Because like yesterday, I saw her painting. I saw Casey's painting of a peacock, and it was like Picasso level work. Picasso! It was amazing.
Are you shading me?
Your peacocks were amazing. Peacock. No, I'm not shading you guys. Go onto our Instagram IG stories and you can see Casey's amazing peacock painting, and it's just the shades, the tones, the shape.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
What?
Because I was at an art event yesterday, Art Femme, by the way. It's really fab. You do 3 hours of painting, and I was working at the event, so obviously I'm not going to put a massive amount of time into my painting. So I start, and it's kind of like a blob here and the things here. So if you were kind of watching very closely, I'm sure, to the stories like Simran was, you probably saw the 6-year-old's Picasso in the first story. Then like 2 or 3 stories later, it's become this amazing creation because I got some help from Akmo, who was there, who helped me. She sat with me for like 20 minutes and just, do you know how blissful and peaceful it is to have someone who's so like naturally talented just been like gliding? And she was like, yours is so good. And then she proceeded to like paint over it. And she just went, but they're actually, yeah, they were super helpful. It's a really cool event. Have you ever done?
Let's take the credit, Casey. It was good.
Did you know that I obviously clearly didn't? At the end, I was like, how did I do?
No, that was really good. Her peacock was like, I felt like painting after seeing her peacock.
I feel like I have now, thanks to Akmo, I have this like beautiful painting to put up in my living room. But before, I would have had a 6-year-old's, and it would have had to go on the fridge. It was, but I would think that you can get better with time, with help. And if I wasn't working, because I was taking the pictures, you know, how can I?
But you know what? Even Instagram stories are an art, and you killed it.
Thanks.
2 arts in one day. Artception.
Artception. Yeah, if you want to go and see my sneaky things, go on to Instagram stories. I love it, Dubai.
Don't leave us here though. Watch the live and then watch the stories.
But we do see your comments. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What are you doing? What are you having for breakfast? Do you have I love breakfast Sundays because usually I don't really have a coffee on the table.
Yeah.
Because it messes it up. But on breakfast Sundays, they can have all of the coffees on the table.
And then we can have food and not feel and just like shamelessly eat. But yeah.
Anyway, let's jump into our top stories. Brought to us yesterday, announced by the Ministry of Health and Prevention. Announced by the Ministry of Health and Prevention, they have approved the emergency use of a highly effective new treatment for COVID-19, and we are the first country in the world to do so. This is really incredible. It's called Sotrovimab, and it's so interesting because as I was writing it and I was like wrapping my tongue around this new phrase, I was like, or this new word, I was like, is this going to be, you know, we're going to call it Sotro in a little while, and everyone will be talking about Sotro, and the UAE are the first in the world to do it. But
so true.
So true. Nice. Sotrovimab, and it offers the prospect of reducing hospitalization for more than 24 hours and fatalities by as much as 85% when administered to patients as an early treatment for COVID-19. So you have to get there early, so that's why testing is so good. So the UAE has authorized the emergency use of Sotrovimab, and that's for the treatment of patients aged 12 years and older. So this is cool. It's not just for adults, it's down to 12 years and older with mild to moderate COVID-19 disease who are at risk of progression to hospitalization or death. So mainly for people with, I guess, it's an emergency cases, so if they are at risk of hospitalization or death. But what's really cool is that they said this achievement could only have been possible because the UAE's leadership and their keenness to proactively address the pandemic. So the fact that we're the first country in the world to approve this treatment is amazing, and it's down to the leaders' keenness to move ahead and progress with all of these treatments. So well done.
That is such exciting news because like there are so many new variants of COVID that are coming out. So it's great that these treatments are coming out alongside. So if it does get worse, like we have treatments to pull back the severity of cases.
Yeah, of course, and everyone is getting the vaccine, which is incredible, but we actually hadn't even heard, I hadn't heard of the fact that they're working on a treatment. Now this is with GSK, they're the creators of it, but the fact that they've actually been able to bring something together that if you get COVID, there's still something that can help you. So it's really, really, really good news. It's approved for emergency treatment at the moment, and we're the first country in the world to do it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There are so many things that are coming out. Like I've heard of this one pill, a COVID-19 pill. If you have it when you have COVID-19, it just brings down your symptoms. And then there is also like home COVID-19 test kits that are being rolled out. So many new things to help us out during the pandemic. It took time, but
it took time. And we're so close to the end, and we're going to talk a little bit about walk-ins and all the places that you can get vaccines all over Dubai, which is incredible. Alibaba.
What?
Yay! I'm getting my first dose today.
Yay! We should have like a vaccine cheer as we like knock off people around the office. I'm done. I'm proud for you because you said you were trying for a little while.
Yeah, I've been trying for months until I got an appointment, which is today.
You could have got out in Bahrain if you were vaccinated.
I could have gotten one in Bahrain, but there wasn't enough time.
So it was
because you need to be at home for like 3 weeks and then
exactly. So there's a like 12 days difference, even minimum 12 days, and there wasn't enough time to
Another one bites the dust.
Well done. Oh, that's the tune.
We should add that.
And then slowly but surely we can do it for Simran.
Oh my god, I heard the song on TikTok. This girl is on Pfizer.
Nice.
This girl, have you heard it?
No. Do I look like I've heard it?
Pfizer. But speaking of Pfizer, both Sinopharm and Pfizer jabs will now be available as walk-ins in Abu Dhabi. Now, previously these vaccines were only available to the public by appointment, but lucky for Abu Dhabi residents and citizens, that has now changed. Now, getting vaccinated in the capital has become much, much easier, as you can now get the free Pfizer-BioNTech jabs as a walk-in. Not only Pfizer, but you can also get a Sinopharm booster dose as a walk-in as well. However, you will have to wait at least 6 months before you get your third dose. This announcement was made by the Department of Health Abu Dhabi, and for more details on the same or to find out the nearest vaccination center near you, you can visit doh.gov.ae.
Amazing. Get those walk-ins in Abu Dhabi.
Honestly, I cannot wait for them to start this in Dubai.
You can just get on the app and book an appointment. Like, yeah.
How lazy can you be?
I'm pretty lazy.
Just download the app. And
I want to walk in Dubai.
Well, walk-ins are it's not only for lazy people. Like if
your words, Ali, not ours.
Well, if like you don't want to deal with booking and everything, and you just want to get it done with, and you just want to walk in, then go for it. You know, it's another option that you have, which is amazing.
Because my initial reason I didn't book the vaccine when I was finally eligible to was because it was like a month away, and I was like, no, I bet I can get it sooner if I walk in. But then I didn't feel like I had the time resource to go down and do the walk in, because with at least when you have a booking, you know that you'll potentially be in and out. But if you have a walk in, you could be waiting kind of a busy, crowded place for a few hours, which is not something I wanted to risk. However, I got the booking at Barsha Hall, and it took like maximum 30 minutes both times. Like it was like shoop, 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 shoop. So good. And like you said, amazing that hopefully that it will come to Dubai. Usually when things happen in Abu Dhabi, then it kind of trickles across the other Emirates. So it's something that I'm sure it won't be too long before it is available here.
But you know what? I really pray that Dubai and the UAE start.
Tell me.
Incentives for getting vaccines. It's not something I've come up with though.
So interesting. I'm not really sure if the UAE needs to.
No, they don't need to, but like the US are doing it, so you know, why not?
But the US are doing it because they need to. But actually, tell us a bit more about what the US are doing, because it is very interesting.
So I watch the news very rarely. So yesterday when I
maybe
I'm very well informed about
amazing
global events. But
you love to hear it from Simran, don't you?
Oh no!
It's all about Cartoon Network for me.
Who watches the news? Like, what's the point?
We get our news through Instagram, Lovin Dubai.
Oh my God.
Okay, but anyway. So I was watching the news, and they're like, America, the people there are so stubborn on not getting vaccinated. They're like, okay, we got to think of something. And now they're like, we're going to give out incentives for those who get vaccinated. So now they've rolled out multiple incentives for getting vaccinated. It's like overnight millionaire, kids' school tuitions get paid. One lucky winner gets a residential stay for a year at a fancy neighborhood, free of cost. So it's like, you know, I mean, get vaccinated and become a millionaire, you know.
But that's classic, right? It's so interesting. It's gamifying the vaccine to encourage people to go and get it. Because it's like, oh, well, I'll just get the vaccine. I could win this. Like it's so, but why is the need for that there? When we have in the UAE, we have access to vaccination. The last I heard, 78% of the eligible population have the vaccine, because the majority are listening to the fact that the more of us get vaccine, it's herd immunity. We're contributing to the solution rather than contributing to the problem. And we have, let's be honest, no offense to America, we have a lot less social issues going on here. And I think it's because we're listening to the leadership, and we've also been very fortunate of the kind of fantastic leadership the whole way through the pandemic, that we don't even need to question when the vaccine comes through. The fact that they've made, I'm nearly done. The fact that they've made 4 vaccines available here, because obviously, as you know, let's say, for example, if you're breastfeeding, if you're pregnant, one vaccine won't suit you, another will. If you're over the ages of 12, one vaccine will suit you, another won't. It's just kind of leading to the fact that we're so fortunate to be able to get them all, and the fact that they're gamifying it in America is something that's so serious, but that they need to is just so interesting. I'm done.
Yeah, I feel exhausted. I feel like I just gave that speech.
On that note, move on.
No, we don't move on. I just want to like, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I can't help you with notes on Apple.
Okay, on that note, we move on. Yeah.
But that particular headline caught your attention.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to be an overnight millionaire, Casey. I want it to happen, but but you know what? They said this really interesting line to wrap it up, and it was, I can't remember. Okay, but I'm just gonna make something up. So it's like the money fever, something like that, is better than the actual fever, and I'm like, true, so true.
That's if you're trying to speak to a public who hasn't listened to scientific sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, in a countries with massive population like India, America, and likewise, it's really, people don't trust the government, and people don't trust the vaccine, people don't trust this, so you have to somehow roll out incentives to get people to like go and get vaccinated. So I mean,
Yeah, it's a very good point. And why not? If it's going to help people go and do it, whatever it takes. Good point. Let's move on to how much it will cost you to open a restaurant in Dubai. So first of all, or even a coffee shop or a cafe or a patisserie. Have you ever thought about how much it costs? Because personally, I'd be like, oh, I could just get a quick lease, won't spend too much on advertising. If you have ever thought about it, you're not alone. But I will tell you, it's not cheap. So Restaurant Secrets is a team of expert restaurant consultants and business incubators in the UAE. They looked at the actual cost of opening a restaurant, all sorts. So based on size, location, type of venue. And we're going to run through it very, very quickly. But first of all, I would love to open a little coffee shop. And I don't believe I'm alone in that. Raise your hand if you've ever, is there any kind of dream foodie venue you've ever liked to open? Judy?
Yeah.
Dream?
Like a French bakery.
French bakery. Love it. Ali?
I just want to open a
Magnifique.
coffee shop.
Coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have enough of those in Dubai.
Yeah. Thank you for shattering my dreams. Thank you.
Yeah, she just shattered mine too. What's your creative, interesting idea?
A vegan Friends cafe. Wow, I'm winning in life.
Well, I always think it's like the combo. It's like you get one famous trend, and then you mix it with something else. So, well, I would always think like a drink and like waffles and.
Oh my god!
You
told me this before. Don't say it. It might actually happen. There are people out there that just copy the idea.
Well, you might think it's going to happen, but then when you look at the actual costs, when you take it down to cold hard tax, first of all, you have to look at what type of venue you want. So, do you want a dark kitchen? That means you work with someone like, I think, Kitchen. They do dark kitchens, and then you partner up with a delivering firm, so you don't actually have a venue that people can go and enjoy. So you have your dark kitchen, then you have hole in the walls, much smaller spaces. Very limited capacity for seats, but also then you could do delivery, or you want the full frontal service upstairs, downstairs venue in a prime location. So they actually looked very in depth at all of this, and I would get on to Lovin Dubai. We have all the article there if you want to actually find out the real costs. But I'll go through what it might cost you to open a dark kitchen in the UAE. Could cost you 100K annually. So you need that even before you start.
Wow.
A hole in the wall, which would be my dream. So now they've really looked at, so for example, you'll have a small menu, you'll have a bit of interior design, you need a prominent location for a hole in the wall because people need to a little bit know, you need an online presence, you need a great product. They're saying that could cost you an annual expenditure of $250,000.
Okay, never mind, right? Never mind.
There goes the vegan friends.
Yeah, no.
Okay. You know Phoebe would be your first customer.
Oh my god. Love Phoebe.
I still didn't watch it. Don't spoil it for me.
Don't spoil what? The Friends reunion?
Yes.
We just talking about Friends in general.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't finish it either.
You didn't finish it?
I didn't have no, I didn't watch it.
The end will just make you cry so much. Oh my god, they show how they reacted during the last episode of Friends, and they're all in tears and sobbing, and it just when they cry, you cry. It goes without saying that. Okay.
I'll spoil it for the people that haven't watched it yet.
Okay, no spoilers, but let me just tell you how it ended.
Amazing. That's not spoiling anything.
But watch it with tissues.
Watch it with tissues. Well, it's an emotional time. It gave us so much happiness and joy, and I think we'll continue to do so. Can you imagine in 10, 15 years, if we ever have children, we'll be like, watch it. Love it. Finally, if you want to open an incredible restaurant in, let's say, for example, downtown Dubai, and you've seen the kind of competition you'll have in terms of interiors, if you want to kit it out to perfection, have staff to serve all the people, you'll have a lot of finances to back you up in a really nice location, like I said, it could cost you $500K to kick that off. Dollars.
Wow.
So it's a lot of money, unfortunately.
But yeah.
There goes the dream.
And if you have that kind of money and you invest, you might just get the golden visa. That's what we're going to go into next, the golden visa. Casey, before I start, can I please request you to open up Karen Rasen's Instagram on your laptop since I forgot mine? Thanks.
Absolutely no problem.
Okay. Sundays, Sundays, just a typical Sunday.
If you have gone to work today, Simran was like, she was apologizing. I was like, look, it happens. If you've forgotten something, like, especially your laptop, it's not like you need it, so it's fine. No, I'm joking. I was genuine. I was like, people forget things all the time.
I'm like, Casey, something's wrong. She's like, what's wrong with you, child?
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks. I'm just gonna read it. Intro into it. So Karen Wazen becomes the latest resident to have received the UAE Golden Visa. Now, she is just acing in life here, like news after news. Now, first Demi Lovato was seen rocking Karen Wazen's shades. Then she hit a 6 million milestone on Instagram. And now, this major honor from the UAE. So by now, she needs no introduction, but Karen Wazen is a Lebanese-British Dubai-based fashionista and eyewear designer who is always all praise about Dubai and how it's been a safe haven for her and her family. And she put up the post announcing that she got the UAE Golden Visa on her Instagram, and her caption reads out, "So honored to have received the Golden Visa from the UAE. Dubai has been a home for the past 9 years, and I'm so thankful to all the doors it's opened for me and my family." And she concludes the heartfelt message by saying, "Thank you for recognizing me as a valuable figure in your country." It's really sweet.
Aww.
I hope they recognize us soon too.
I assume the photos are beside us on Facebook, but it's so angelic and so nice. And I just feel like every now and then we'll get captions of well-known personalities in Dubai, and they're always so grateful to the country and the opportunities that it's offered them. Excuse me. And I feel like also we feel the same, even though we're not on such a big platform.
Yeah, we feel the same. But so many UAE Golden Visas have been rolled out recently. This one Bollywood actor Sanjay Dutt just got it. And this article is going to go up on our site this morning. So if you want to know if you're eligible to get a Golden Visa, it's all going to be there in the article. But for those who don't really know what a Golden Visa is, it is like it came into effect on May 2019 and is basically a long-term residency visa that is issued for 5 or 10 years and gets renewed automatically and is reserved for only prominent global personalities. But if you're eligible to get it, you have a chance. Like students have gotten it, engineers, investors, inventors, just creative people. Yeah, so
as well as kind of prominent local personalities, like you said, it could be an investor or an entrepreneur. So in some cases we hear about these big names getting them and we feel like the UAE is getting in touch with them. However, you can go on to a website right now, which will be explained in the article, and you can apply for it. And you may not have a big following, you may not have a big personality here locally, but if you have contributed to the UAE in a very significant way, then you could easily be recognized for UAE Golden Visa. I think that's the key there. So if we have contributed to society in a massive way, so maybe it's time to start giving back.
Don't we already? About time, but like, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Karen. This is a massive star to your belt.
No, it's amazing. Karen Wazen. And we're announcing every now and then. So I know that recently, I don't think we talked about it on the show, but Ronaldinho. Oh. He got it. Chef Izu. So it's just like trickling in now and then. It's amazing to have that kind of more permanent residency here in the UAE. Not a bad thing at all. I mean, it would give me more time to open my
your shop,
my coffee and cakes. Coffee and cakes. How creative. I'll see you there. Massive queue at the door, can't wait.
I'll be your first customer.
Will you pay?
First and last. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, it actually sounds interesting to me, the concept. I remember a few months ago and I'm like, oh, that is so cute.
I can't even remember what I told you.
Before you patent, I'm just gonna take it.
Oh God, the competition. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Daily. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Instagram, we're going to go to your comments in a second. But if you're watching on Facebook, thank you so much for tuning in. I see some questions coming in about flights. We don't have any more official updates based on the, let's say, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka flights opening, but we will check that and we'll try to do a little bit of research and give you a more confirmed answer on that later today. Goodbye from me. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Bye.
Bye.